Back on the nation at 5, and the hit and drag case of 23-year-old Anjali reeks of apathy, negligence, and somewhere a lackadaisical approach towards getting to the bottom of a gruesome crime, ladies and gentlemen. First, the attempt to try and dismiss it as an accident. So far, you'll be shocked to believe that the Sultanpuri police station and the SHO so far has not even upgraded this entire offence from 304 to 302, despite the family of the deceased asking for it, despite the evidence pointing towards motive, despite the eyewitness coming out and saying, yes, they dragged her, they knew they were dragging her. All of these aspects so far have still not merited the revision of the FIR and the charges against the 4 brutes and the 5th person to whom this grey Baleno belonged. Meanwhile, the questions and the veracity, the authenticity, and whether or not Anjali's friend Nidhi and her witness, she's the eyewitness, her statement can be trusted, is being questioned. The family of Anjali itself have come out and contested that she was inebriated under the influence of alcohol claim by saying that the postmortem doesn't talk about any alcohol in her system, nor did she have the habit of consuming any alcohol. So they are contesting the versions of Nidhi. They also hold her equally to blame. The FSL team is now trying to understand and it's trying to gather all pieces of possible forensic evidence which is possible by getting into the car, looking at it, and whether or not, how is it that that grey Baleno could drag the body of a 23-year-old and the drivers and the people inside did not know for 12 kilometers? Is it even palatable or believable? Those brutes, don't forget them, ladies and gentlemen. The other point is that the call data records now will be examined by the police. Why? To establish that both Nidhi and Anjali were together. Where were the location of these 4 brutes inside the car? And to piece together the entire timeline, because the CCTV footage and the time codes on the CCTV footage are also stupefying. Let's listen into the reactions.
मैं नहीं जानती निधि को।
आप निधि को जानती नहीं है? उससे पहले कभी कोई मुलाकात नहीं हुई?
पहले घर पे आए थे, फिर लेके गए?
मैंने नहीं देखा निधि को।
अच्छा, अंजलि को पहले निधि ने कहा कि बहुत शराब पी थी, लेकिन पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट में ऐसा है नहीं। अंजलि ने कहा कभी शराब पी थी?
हमारे घर पे तो कभी नहीं पी और नहीं कभी पी के आती थी ये वो।
निधि कभी घर पे आई आपके?
नहीं, मैंने नहीं देखा उसको।
निधि जो आरोप लगा रही है या जो बातें कह रही है, आपको लगता है कि वो ठीक है या गलत है?
गलत है।
ऐसा सारी निधि की बातें गलत है?
क्यों कर रही होगी ऐसा?
हमें नहीं पता जी क्यों कर रही है।
आप अंजलि कभी किसी पार्टी में जाती थी, शराब वाली बात आती थी, ऐसी कभी बातें हुई है क्या?
नहीं।
निधि को मैंने आज तक कभी नहीं देखा, वो अंजलि के साथ नहीं है। और निधि ने जो कहा है, अंजलि ने अल्कोहल करी थी, अगर अल्कोहल होती तो पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट में जरूर आती, ठीक है। और दूसरी बात, 1:30 बजे की उसमें क्या बोलते हैं फुटेज में वो लड़की साथ में थी, 2 बजे की फुटेज में वो लड़की साथ में नहीं थी। जिस होटल में गई थी उस होटल में उसने खुद लड़की को बुलाया था। अगर हम किसी होटल में भी जाते हैं तो जिसके नाम का रजिस्टर्ड होता है वो बंदा खुद होता है, उसमें निधि का ही रजिस्ट्रेशन है, ना कि हमारी भांजी का।
निधि का नाम लिखा हुआ है।
हाँ जी, तो आप इसी से सोचो कि मतलब किसने किसको बुलाया? लड़के उसने बुलाए, उसने जबरदस्ती करवाने की हमारी भांजी के साथ कोशिश करवाई है, वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं हुई। वो लड़की जानबूझ को उसको पकड़ के ले जाने की कोशिश करी है, जो फुटेज में आ रहा है।
अल्कोहल पाया जाता तो इसमें लिखा होता कि केमिकल वहां पर जो है अल्कोहल मिला है। अगर उसमें स्टमक में वो ये कह रहे हैं सिर्फ फूड पार्टिकल मिला है, मतलब कि अल्कोहल कहीं से कहीं तक नहीं था। पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से अंजलि का जो ब्रेन है वो अभी भी मिसिंग है। जो उसका भेजा था, जिसको हम ब्रेन कहते हैं, वो 5 से 6 किलोमीटर की बर्बरता के बाद कहीं कंजावाला रोड पे गिर गया और ब्रेन जो है वो मिसिंग है। और ये ब्रेन मिसिंग होने के बाद में जब मैंने पोस्टमार्टम में देखा, इसको भी मैं आपको बताऊंगा, ब्रेन मैटर मिसिंग। पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से उसके शरीर पे तकरीबन 40 इंजुरीज आई हैं। एक इंसिडेंट होता है, 2 लोग एक ही स्कूटी पे हैं, एक बच्ची के साथ इतना घनन अपराध हो जाता है वो मर जाती है, और एक बच्ची जो है वो सडनली एक साइड हीरोइन की तरह 75 घंटे 80 घंटे गायब होती है और सडनली प्लांट होती है कि भैया मैं भी उस वाक्य में थी और ऐसा ऐसा हुआ। तो मैं निधि के सारे आरोपों को बेबुनियाद बताता हूँ। सिर्फ एक ही पर्पस है कि अंजलि को इंसाफ मिलना चाहिए और हम अंजलि को इंसाफ दिलवा के रहेंगे।
क्योंकि मेरा उस दौरान फोन भी टूट गया था फोन टूटने पर मैं बहुत होपलेस हो गई थी। मेरे को जो ठीक लगा अपने घर जाना।
उनने मेरे से मतलब ना पहले तो उन्होंने अपना गेट खुलवाने की कोशिश करी, अपनी मम्मी को आवाज मारी, उनने गेट खुलवाने की कोशिश करी तो मतलब गेट नहीं खुला। तो फिर उसने मेरे से बोला निशान तेरे पास सी टाइप चार्जर है? तो मैंने बोला हाँ मेरे पास हैगा। तो उन्होंने मेरे को अपना फोन दिया, मैंने चार्जिंग पे लगा दिया उसका फोन।
And now another CCTV footage has emerged. This CCTV footage shows that a PCR van actually passed the accident spot just minutes after the entire incident. That's what happened. Have a look at this footage, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the PCR van that's passing this entire spot minutes after the entire accident happened at this very spot. This is the incident spot. How is it that they did not spot a mangled scooty being parked there? This is the PCR van that is passing that spot. It is going out slowly. It's not even driving very fast. It's going out slowly. How is it that this PCR van did not spot that mangled scooty which had been parked there, which was then reported by locals, and then thereafter at 4:55, at post 4 a.m., you had a local police officer who came back and then spotted this scooty after people called. So this PCR van has been spotted passing through that incident just minutes afterwards. Anvit is now joining us. Anvit, the Delhi police have to answer a lot of questions. First, starts with this CCTV footage that PCR van passed the accident spot, but the cops inside the PCR van did notice a mangled scooty being parked on the road. That's a huge challenge. Today it's a mangled scooty. Tomorrow it could have been some random other vehicle which is kept there and it would not pass scrutiny.
Correct. It was much later that the scooter in accidental condition was spotted by a patrolling team. It was much later, and also this footage that we are playing right now, it clearly shows that a PCR van moving and it is being followed by the Baleno car that was involved in this entire accident. So see, even though the police are saying that they are not certain of what time this footage is, whether it is from after the incident or whether at that time the body was being dragged along and these police staff turned a blind eye towards it. That is something that the police team, the separate team that has been set up to look into the laxity and dysfunctionality of police, that is looking into. But right now, as you mentioned, Anand, that multiple questions are being raised.
Just hold on, Anvit. You're saying that this CCTV footage has the grey Baleno also? Is it following the PCR van, or is the PCR van coming in after the Baleno passes?
See, there's a car that we see, that is following the PCR. First PCR moves and then the Baleno car is coming. So both the vehicles are seen in this footage. But police have not come on record to say whether this is the same Baleno, whether this PCR staff was aware that this Baleno is one involved in the accident. They have also not come on record saying that what time this footage is from, because they had since the beginning been saying that whatever time these CCTV footages are reflecting, the DVR mostly has reflects a different time than the actual time, because it is connected with the internet and it shows the global time. This is the argument that they have given earlier also in the day when we spoke to them, that how different CCTV footages, the one showing Nidhi reaching home, the one showing these two women leaving the hotel, how are they reflecting some different time than what the police have been saying. So their argument is that DVRs usually show a different time, and that the footage from one in which Nidhi can be seen reaching home, they said that DVR was running 50 minutes slower than the actual time, and the footage from the hotel in which two women are seen leaving the hotel, they are saying that was at least 15 minutes slower than the actual time. This is their argument is. But this footage, the particular footage that we are playing right now, if this police gypsy that was following the vehicle that is being followed by Baleno, if that the body was right there and if they managed to turn a blind eye towards it, then it certainly is a laxity.
Let me ask you a simple question, Anvit. What is the distance from the hotel to Nidhi's residence in Mangolpuri? What is the distance from the hotel to Anjali's residence? What is the distance?
These all areas fall in a radius of less than 2 to 5 kilometers. Maximum, these men had been dragging Anjali around for 12 to 13 kilometers. But we've measured the distance from the...
I'm just pulling away from you, going across to Nikhil. Nikhil, have the Delhi police reached Nidhi's residence? What's happening at Nidhi's residence?
Okay, so Anand, these are the visuals we were showing you from outside the residence of Nidhi here in Sultanpuri. So two of the officials from the Delhi police, they have just entered inside the residence. If you remember, Anand, this afternoon, a team of the Delhi police official, they had reached here after the emergence of the new video and the discrepancies which is being reported since this particular morning. So these are the visuals. Again, I would like to show you. I would urge my camera person Ravi Ranjan to keep
yet again, a team of the Delhi police officials, two of the police persons have just gone inside this particular place. So this is the place, this is the residence of Nidhi, who is said to be the companion of the deceased person, Anjali. And in the CCTV as well, which has been exclusively assessed by CNN News 18, this is the residence on which she was seen entering inside on the intervening night of 31st and 1st of January. So these are the people, these are the locals who have gathered here. These are the neighbors.
No, Nikhil, what time did the cops come? Have they come with a specific purpose? And is Nidhi inside her residence at this point? Because Nidhi's neighbor said that she asked for a charger, C-type charger to charge her phone. And he says that that was at 2:30 when we opened the gate for her and we also allowed her to charge. I took the phone from her and I put it on charge. That's what the neighbor has said. So, but Nidhi has come out and said कि मेरा phone टूट गया था, charge क्यों कर रही थी वो? So there are discrepancies in what she is saying too.
Well, exactly, Anand, and this is the reason why the suspicion is being raised over the statement being made by Nidhi. Yesterday, if you remember, she had said in the public domain while speaking to CNN News 18 that her phone got broken. This is the reason why she was unable to make a distress call. And the best option available for her at that particular point, at that particular spot where the accident took place, was with her that she should immediately reach out to the residents as well. And she said she had reiterated all the details to her mother. But now what we are seeing is that after the emergence of the new video, after the suspicion which has been raised, after her statement, and it is coming from different stakeholders.
Is Nidhi in her residence right now?
NCW Chief Swati Maliwal. Yes, Anand, Nidhi is very much inside the residence. This is the reason why a team of the Delhi police officials, they have gone inside. And these are the visuals. Again, I would like to show you. This is the current residence of Nidhi. She is very much inside. This is the Sultanpuri area. Distance, in fact, to mention precisely, Anand, this is just a kilometer away from the Sultanpuri police station. So today, during the noon time, a team of the Delhi police official, they had come. But yet again, a while back, just minutes back, two of the officials of the Delhi police, they have also, yet again, they have come here to record the statement. Or what exactly is the thing is something which we will get to know in a short while from now. Back to you, Anand.
Well, rather than actually unraveling it, it's just getting further and further twisted. Now it looks like and with each passing hour, there are more twists that are emerging. We'll stay with the visuals that are coming in from Nikhil, because the cops may step out, and where Nikhil, I'm going to ask you to then try and speak with them and see if you can get a comment out of them as to why they have come back to Nidhi's residence. But let's quickly go to Sherin at Sultanpuri police station. Why is it that the cops have still not upgraded the charges and made it 302? Because the family has said that they want capital punishment. The SHO in the past has told News 18 that if the family asks for severe charges, we'll do it in the FIR. Why are the cops dithering, despite the evidence that they have already unearthed? Shireen.
Well, Anand, in fact, the family members, like you pointed out, has in fact been demanding capital punishment for all the accused in the case. And the Delhi police, on the other hand, in their defense, has been saying that, in fact, the investigation is still on. And that is why the FSL team was here at Sultanpuri police station. The FSL team, that comprises of about 6 members, reached the Sultanpuri police station at about 3 p.m. And for almost 2 hours, along with the DCP Harinder Singh, they were present inside the police station. We have shown the visuals of how the Baleno which hit the Anjali scooty. The scooty was also in fact parked, kept lying just aside the car. So a proper inaction of how the collision would have happened and how Anjali would have ended up there. Because a lot of people have this question that how did Anjali really got tangled and how did she got under the car is the question that everyone is asking.
I'm pulling away because there is activity outside Nidhi's residence. Yes, Nikhil, have Have the cops stepped out? Well, there we can see Nikhil, our VJ is bringing us the pictures of Nikhil actually trying to walk along with the cops. It's very narrow lanes. So if there is a bit of a different problem with the network, bear with us, viewers. These are live visuals, raw footage coming to you. Nikhil, if you can hear me, tell us what happened, these two cops. How long were they with you? And how long were they inside Nidhi's residence?
So, Anand, So Anand, as per the details, they had gone inside the residence of Nidhi, who is one of the companion. A while back, they must have stayed inside the residence for close to 4 to 5 minutes. And we tried speaking to the cops who have just left the residence of Nidhi. Although they are not, allowed to speak to the media persons in the public domain. Officially, they are not designated to speak to the media. But yes, she was very much inside the residence. But as far as the looking forward as far as the case is concerned, we have been given to understand from the Delhi police highly placed sources is that the Delhi police is now going to join all the dots, and also they are in the process of bringing out the CDR as well, the call detail recording, and then they are going to see whether the statement which is given by Nidhi is true to the fact or not. Then only the further developments are expected from this case. Back to you, Anand.
Right. So CDR records are now going to be used to not just pinpoint location, but to also confirm whether or not Nidhi and Anjali were together, because the family is alleging that Anjali was alone at the time of the incident and that Nidhi is being deliberately planted. The four accused, ladies and gentlemen, even as there may be different versions coming through between the two, that is Anjali's family and also Nidhi, and Nidhi is the eyewitness as claimed by the Delhi police. Let's not forget the brutes. They are the brutes who were sitting inside that vehicle and who dragged Anjali, and they knew what they were doing. That's what the evidence points to. Deepak Khanna, an auto driver, Amit Khanna, who works in a bank, Krishan, who works at a Spanish culture center, Mithun, who's a hairdresser, and Manoj Mittal, who's a ration dealer. Out of these 5, 4 were inside the vehicle, and the 5th is the one who owns the vehicle. All of them are less than 30 years old. Let's not forget these brutes. They deserve the maximum punishment, because increasingly statements, evidence, video footage points to the fact that they knew what they were doing. They dragged a 23-year-old 12 kilometers, and they thought they have been able to dispose and dump off the body and get away with something as brutal and gruesome as this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget that. These brutes cannot be allowed to get away. We take a very short break. Stay with us here on The Nation at 5.